So this is my PowerPoint. Sodium, it is an electrolyte and a crucial mineral that is necessary for many functions in the body, such as fluid balance, contraction of the muscles, and transmission of the nerves. While being important in keeping healthy blood pressure and general health, consuming too much sodium can result in major illness such as high blood pressure, strokes, heart disease, and problems in the kidney. This presentation covers the importance of sodium and sources in the food, possibly healthy hazards linked to imbalance and certain incorrect sodium intake control. Is sodium. Sodium is a key mineral that is important for controlling the nerve's activity, muscle contractions, and fluid balance. It works as an electrolyte when used with sodium to keep the pH balance of the body and make sure electrical signals are carried out correctly in the muscles and nerves. On the other hand, too much sodium in the diet can lead to negative health outcomes such as kidney failure, heart disease, strokes, and hypertension. In the food supply, while sodium is found naturally in foods including meat, dairy, vegetables, processed foods are the main source of sodium chloride or table salt. The usual the usual sodium intake is greatly increased by packaged food, including deli meat, fast meat, fast meals, canned soup, and salty snacks. Because processed food are so common in today's society, many people consume a lot more sodium than advised. With sodium, although most people get enough salt from their diet, some individuals may need to take supplements. Athletes who participate in endurance sports or other tough sports may require more salt to make up for what they lost through fat. Through supplementing with sodium might also be needed for those who has a disorder like Addison disease or adrenal failure and other in order to keep an appropriate fluid and electrolyte balance. Low sodium levels, hypothermia. When blood salt levels drop below normal, a condition known as hypothermia occurs. This can be brought on by a lack of water, heavy swelling, or illnesses like kidney disease, confusion, nausea, cramping in the muscles, and in extreme cases, seizures or even death. Some of these symptoms that may come from this illness. Hypothermia is more likely to occur in athletes who do not rehydrate after intense workouts. Exclusive sodium hypothermia. High level of sodium in the blood, which can often be brought on by drinking too much salt, dehydration, or kidney damage, is known as hypernatremia. I'm sorry, I had said that wrong. Um, Extreme thirst, nervousness, twitching in the muscle, and extreme cases, seizures or coma is some of the symptoms. By increasing fluid retention and increasing blood pressure, continuously high salt levels can also worsen cardiovascular problems, kidney disease, and hypertension. Sodium and blood pressure. Blood pressure is greatly affected by sodium, and hypertension is closely linked with high sodium intake. The body stores more water when sodium levels are high, which rises blood which rises blood volume and puts pressure on the walls of the blood vessels. These can harm the blood vessels over time, resulting in heart disease, strokes, and other serious cardiovascular issues. Sodium and kidney health. Eating too much salt puts more stress on the kidney, which oversees removing extra sodium from the blood. A diet high in sodium may increase the risk of kidney stones and cause kidney damage over time. High intake of salt could speed up the loss of the kidney in people who already have kidney disease. My personal reflection, without question, sodium is important to support. Without question, sodium is important. Sodium is important to support essential body functions. Sorry. Yet, processed food items account for the majority of sodium intake in current diets. Because sodium is sometimes hidden in foods that seem healthy, such as bread and sauces, many individuals are not aware of how much they are consuming. Reaching a balance by consuming more whole, fresh foods and fewer processed ones can greatly enhance health outcomes and avoid problems linked to sodium. In my conclusion, although sodium is essential for good health, either too much or too little can cause major health issues. Maintaining long-term health requires knowing the source of the sources of sodium, understanding functions in the body, and controlling intake. By carefully choosing foods, cutting back on processed food, and keeping track of salt intake, people can better control their health and stay clear of dangers of consuming too much sodium. And that's my presentation on sodium.